Hey, good evening, everybody. This is Dennis coming from Winnipeg. I hope you're having a restful weekend so far. I hope that you got some good sleeping time and some good food for Saturday. Talk about food. I wanted to talk about intermittent fasting. I know that a lot of my friends and colleagues are talking about intermittent fasting, and a lot of us are telling people that you have to sort of shorten the hours of eating during the day, and then at night then you get up to about 16 hours of no food, and that's sort of where a lot of people are talking about intermittent fasting. And from my point of view, is that's not the only way. I wanted to kind of share that there's a few ways of doing intermittent fasting, and the reason I wanted to bring that up is that I'm, for one, that I cannot stop eating after 5 or 6 p.m. because my metabolism is very fast and I am very lean. My body fat percentage is about between 8 to 10% only. So if I have my dinner at 5 o'clock, by probably 9 or 10, especially right now 11 o'clock, close to midnight, I'm hungry and I'm still not in bed yet. And if I don't eat anything a little bit at this time, I can't go to sleep because I'm too hungry and I'm famished. And my cortisol level will go up because my sugar level will go down, and cortisol level go up to keep my sugar level up, and that will keep me awake. So that's why I wanted to bring that up. When people say, oh yeah, I want to do intermittent fasting, and everybody said you got to do 16-8 method, which is 16 hours of fasting and then 8 hours or less of narrow window eating. Again, like I said, for me, I cannot do that. What I've been doing myself is that I will eat breakfast. I'm, again, one that need breakfast before 10 o'clock, otherwise I won't function. So I will eat breakfast with protein only, and then I'll have my healthy coffee, and then lunchtime usually I will have a protein shake. If not, I will just have another cup of healthy coffee, and I will not eat lunch. That work for me better, and then I will eat supper at about 6 or 7 o'clock, and then I may eat again. Depends on how late I'm staying up working. I may eat again at 10, 11 o'clock for a small protein carbohydrate meal with my healthy coffee again. And that's work for me. That still is the fasting, because my breakfast and my supper actually is close to 14 hours period. So that's called skipping meal method. And I know that a lot of us unintentionally, being busy, tend to do that, and that can still consider intermittent fasting. The other couple of ways of doing intermittent fasting is that something called alternative day fasting. So you eat one day regularly, and then the next day you fast, and you do that. And then the other method is called 5-2 method, which is during the Monday to Friday, you pick 2 days, not consecutively, but you pick 2 days and you eat about 500 to 600 calorie only, really low calorie for those 2 days as part of the fasting type of thing. The key thing also is that if you're going to do these kind of intermittent fasting, you have to make sure that you eat healthy, and you have to make sure that you don't binge eat. That's one of the problems, that when you do 16-8 narrow eating window fasting, some people may do really high calorie, or they're gonna binge eat in that 7 to 8 hours, and they're not gonna eat healthy or properly. Then you're defeating the purpose of intermittent fasting. intermittent fasting can improve. Yeah, absolutely. First thing you're gonna know is if you have a lot of excessive weight, you're gonna lose weight. Other thing is that there's other health benefit that improve cell function, etc., etc. So if you want to know more of those detail of what intermittent fasting is supposed to do, definitely PM me and I would discuss and explain it and talk to you. The other thing is I wanted to tell you this: intermittent fasting is not for everybody. You need to really talk to healthcare practitioner, nutritionists that know about intermittent fasting, why you should do it, why you shouldn't do it, and discuss with them before you start it, because there's so many different diet, etc., out there, comes and go. Keto is one of those. People ask me, oh, should I be on keto? And I say, why do you want to be on keto? So you need to know why you're doing it. Do you really need it? Some people don't need the fasting, and some people cannot handle the fasting. If you do fasting in some people, your body may get into too stress, and then it's gonna give you opposite effect, because you're gonna then increase cortisol, etc. So you have to really look at each individual before you suggest the intermittent fasting. Do they need it? Would that improve their health condition, improve their weight loss, etc.? Or is it going to give them system more stress? Then you don't want to do it. So I hope this is helpful. I'm thinking about intermittent fasting and talking about this because tomorrow is my birthday, so I'm craving cake and stuff. So I thought, okay, better talk about healthy stuff and sort of train my brain a little bit also. So hopefully I won't get into too much sugar tomorrow on my birthday. Talk to you again tomorrow.